Hey everybody, Jim Deedlow of AM 1230 WJOB in Hammond, Indiana. Also of JED.TV, which is my all things digital website, video of radio, photos of radio, and poems about radio, a blog about radio, my radio life. So, what we do here at WJOB is we do traditional radio off of a tower that's about 7 blocks away from where I'm at. But we also stream video, and we are in a huge transition from radio to video of radio. And we've been doing this transition for about 4 years. We are an old radio station. We had very old studios, and we eventually just developed a partnership here or an association with Purdue, and we are now in the Purdue University Calumet Manufacturing Excellence and Commercialization and Manufacturing Excellence Center. Beautiful studios, everything's high tech, and ultimately the end game was to have a spot where we could do high quality video of radio. All right, so what I want to do today is just show you where we're at and then do a series of these videos so we finally get to the fifth or sixth one and we're finally where we want to be. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the cameras. You're talking about a Sony Exmor right now. It's not all that expensive, $300 or something like that. And that's what I'm working on right now. Now I'm going to switch over to a Hero 3. There you go. This is a GoPro camera I do a lot of bike riding and running and all sorts of stuff that's outdoors. The Hero or the GoPro. I have one of the early GoPros. I was one of the first adopters of that. And this is a Hero 3, but I still hold that one of those originals. It's amazing. It's not HD really, but hey, you know what? This one is HD, but the lighting isn't all that great in here, and we won't even talk about lighting, but I want to show you what the Exmor looks like. That's the Exmor right there. It's just a simple little camera. And then over there is the Sony Handycam. We'll take a little bit better look at that in a second. So take me over to the Sony Handycam if you would. So I'm on a Sony Handycam, which is just a standard studio camera. In the olden days, 10, 15 years ago, you might even see television stations carrying them around on their shoulders. Really not used all that much. Ultimately, we need to buy a robotic camera, Sony robotic camera, for about $11,000. So we have these three cameras right now, and they're pretty easy to set up in a radio studio. We've done it before. We've had 4 cameras. But due to budget constraints, they've all been different. Ultimately, we're going to decide on one type of camera, and we're going to try to invest in that for video of radio. So you have the 3 cameras. What do? They got to go into a mixer. You're a radio person, you know. You got to bring all your sound from 5 different sources into a mixer. Maybe it's 16 different sources. Well, here we can have 4 cameras, all right? Or 3 cameras and a screenshot of a computer. But right now we have 3 cameras. And I'll show you what the V4EX looks like right here with the GoPro, and that's it. Are we looking okay there? So that's the V4EX. And Christina's going to switch the channels back over to the Sony Handycam. And you can see it circles in red. And go back to this other Sony here, and I'll back up a little bit. There you go. You see me there. So basically you're able to go from camera to camera pretty easily just by touching that. I don't remember exactly how much the Roland V4EX costs, but we sure like it. All right, so go back to the big Sony Handycam, if you will. All right, so 3 cameras, they go in to the Roland. How do you get your audio in there? Well, that's simple. You just run a microphone right here into an Alesis, and that Alesis runs into the Roland 4EX along with all the video. Audio matches with video. Boom. Then you take it out in very different ways. We won't go into the different connectors and so forth. You take it out of this, and you can run it right into a standard computer. What happens with that after it gets into the standard computer? You run it into a software called Wirecast. And if you are a radio person looking to go into video of radio, you got to take the tutorials on Wirecast because there's a lot of little different nuances to the whole thing. And Christina's going to give you a little bit of a look right now on what the UI, the user interface, looks like on the V4EX. And it's number 3. I'm going to go to it right now in 3, 2, 1. All right, now you're looking at what Wirecast looks like on front. It's me there. I'm not going to go through all the different ways to use Wirecast, but that is what you do. This is an easy way to set up a studio, and I don't know, you're doing the whole thing for under, I don't know, $6,000 or $7,000, maybe even under five. It's really the roll into that cost. Then you got to buy the Wirecast software, and then if you just ask people in the community, they'll give you these old cameras. So you got all this set up. Now you got it going into the Wirecast. What do you do then? You are able to send that video somewhere. The easiest way is to send it to YouTube and just punk it up there. That's okay. We've done that. By the way, in the beginning, we started doing this in 2011, maybe even 2010. We used Livestream, we used Ustream, we streamed to Google. We built our own user interface. Okay, we built our own user interface. I don't know, in the 2012, and we ran our own to 2014. We also used Wowza and streamed from our own place, our old studios. The problem was the cost of internet, and the problem was that too many people were watching at peak times, and it cost us a fortune, and we had no revenue to match it. So we've learned a little bit here. What are we doing now? Take that video out of Wirecast. We're going to save it as a QuickTime movie. Then we're going to send it to a product we're testing right now, StreamMotor.com. It'll go to StreamMotor, and then it will be redistributed. They'll send it out. They'll send it to Facebook. They'll send it to YouTube, and they'll send it to Vimeo. Okay? That's with recorded material. Streaming is a little bit different. We'll talk about distribution on another one. So basically, here we are in step one of redeveloping our video of radio. We've been doing it for a long time. I want to do some videos at different periods of the development, and ultimately we'll be doing almost like a small market TV quality show. That's what we're going after, but really it's based on video of radio. I'm Jim Delo for AM 1230 WJOB in Hammond, Indiana, also for JED.TV. Thanks for watching.